G'day guys, what's going on? Welcome to my podcast. Here mate, we talk about all kinds of bloody topics. From fishing, beers, also too I get some very interesting people on here. Just to see what their point of view is or what's going on and just have a good old yak. This is Having a Yak Podcast mate, with me, your host Matt the Big Bear Edwards. Let's just have a yak, shall we? G'day guys, what is going on? This is your host Matt, yet again. Now this is something a bit different. Okay, this is something a little bit different. This is not like a normal episode. Well, it is like a normal episode, but it's really not. As you know, we have actually got some restrictions lifted, and well, this is a way back, right? This is now, but well, from now we've actually had a few restrictions put back on again. But this was at the time where I actually went down to Werribee and seen me mate. I took my mum and everyone else down with me to spend a couple of days there. I'll spend over a night there with him, and just to catch up and just say good day. I decided to bring my podcast equipment with me, and I thought, well, shit, I might as well do myself an episode. Now, this is not exactly like a normal episode that we usually do on here. This is usually it is usually a bit of a context or a bit of a topic about what's actually on here, on the episode. But this time I've chosen not to really do any topics or anything like that. We just set up the equipment and then just seeing what happens. Now, this is with me, of course, my mate Andrew and my mother. Now this is an episode that, like I said, has got no real, how to put it, no real topic. There's only just a little bit off topic here and there. We basically just talk shit. But I couldn't resist putting this episode up on here because this is a great episode, I reckon, and it's just really funny, how we done and everything and that. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, this is just an episode that I catch up with mates just because we could. But it's just one of those. It's one of those things where we actually had the freedom to go down to Melbourne if we wanted to go anywhere in the state that we wanted to, because we can't go bloody anywhere else. Just to say that, okay, I've got my stuff here, let's do an episode and let's just get to it. So hopefully you enjoy this, guys. This is episode 11 of Having a Yak Podcast, but yeah, this is very interesting. So hopefully you enjoy it. And yeah,
G'day
anyway,
everyone. What's going on?
On with the
People
show, I
here.
suppose.
I can't be thinking a bit too high then.
Hey? Hey, I can't hear you! Shit!
Off to a good start.
I might have to turn down my thing, I think.
Thank you.
I had it on 7, so she's pretty pretty loud.
Jesus.
Anyway, as you can hear, I've actually got me 2 guests on here, Andrew and Mum. What's going on, guys?
Nah, not much.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Now, we're actually not recording this at my place. We are recording this at Andrew's place in Melbourne.
Might want to the voice a bit
Really? Why?
because you're shouting.
So? Nah, she's right. Yeah, so doing this in Werribee and finally at Andrew's place because everything's been restricted, lifted. And now we're doing this in, yeah, so what's been going on anyway?
Very little.
Yeah.
Slowly getting back to some form of normality, which is nice.
That's probably the reason why I had it so high, because I got the volume up on the headphones to 65.
We'll just blame China. Fuck China.
Oh,
Had to be said. Had to be said.
God, here we go. Here we go with the China game again. So, some shit's been starting to get lifted,
Yes.
but we've gone from one bad to the 2 of the worst with these other things going on at the moment. But we're not going to really talk about them, are we?
No.
No. Just give me a real funny look. Why? What is this?
No reason.
So what do you think? What do you think the government should do now when it comes to these third stages? And what do you reckon will happen
I
if
think what they're doing is pretty
second
good.
wave happens?
Yeah.
I think we've got to stop talking about a second wave. I think, the more you talk about it, the more, I just feel like you've just got to, if it happens, it happens. But to keep talking about it and constantly bringing it up is just, people out there are suffering with mental issues and they don't need to keep having it thrown down their
No.
throat.
Not really.
We've had 6 months of it. At some point, you got to say enough's enough and try and get on with life a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it?
Just open the borders now and see how we go.
Yeah, the thing is, right, apparently Morrison has now said that he wants a date.
Yep.
He wants a date, that's it.
Towards the end of July, I think.
Yeah.
Or June.
I think regarding the second wave, I feel like it's got to be said that the only way it's going to happen is if we do it deliberately now.
Yeah.
Because with all the knowledge and of all the restrictions we've got in place, and all the new knowledge of it, and of how low it is in the community, only way it could happen is if we're trying to do it. I don't think it can really kick up again, but
If everybody keeps doing what we're doing and be very responsible for their own actions, it'll be a lot better, be good. Because it's proven that keep the old 1.5
which
we are doing.
We are doing, but not everyone's doing either.
No. But apart from that and sanitising, washing your hands, we shouldn't have another wave.
anyone on Glob?
No,
Yeah,
right.
might as well have a little bit, mate. Might as well have a little bit.
No.
Oh, jeez, that's a bit.
Just a tiny bit. Thank you.
It's for safety, everyone. So we're just.
Safety. There you go. That doesn't actually sound good.
Actually,
That does not sound good.
Oh, Mario, do you want a Glob?
Oh,
That smells
do you-
nice.
Do you guys actually hear about the recall about the gin?
No, what's that?
Yes.
Apparently there was about 7 or
No.
8 bottles.
No.
What?
A distillery of gin started making sanitizer.
Yeah.
Well, Bundy Factory makes sanitizer as well
Yes. And apparently they put the wrong label on.
Yes.
And about 4 people drank
Sanitizer. said-
sanitizer instead of gin.
It said gin, sanitizer.
And, got a bit sick.
Yeah, just a bit. Well, Footy's back.
Yes.
NRL's back.
Yes.
We just need the V8 supercars to start up again
now. Which
They
is next
are.
week.
next week.
Apologies.
All good, mate. All good. I can just take that out. It's all good. But yeah, so when do they start next week?
Yeah, I think next week or the week after.
Oh,
But
it's about the 25th,
this
I
month,
heard.
I think.
Yeah.
25th or something.
So whereabouts are they racing?
I would not have a clue. The F1s are starting soon too, which is good.
Yeah, they're doing 2 races in Britain, 2 races in Austria, and a couple around the other side. But they're not going to any Asian countries,
No.
No.
especially China. Fuck China. So
Fuck the China, but not the Chinese food.
yes, the Chinese food's alright, but only in Australia. The rest of it's shit. But yeah, I reckon that once we actually start getting back into normal life, it's going to start getting better. Because they're doing.
Ah,
Uh,
you're still behind.
No, we're not called Carlton. As you can see, we've just hit the front.
if you want to know, guys, we're actually watching the footy while we're actually doing this. So
Yeah, it's a bit of a second-rate game. North Melbourne and Sydney, Great West of Sydney.
yes, the Giants.
Which might I add, Greater Western Sydney were last year's grand finalists, and a certain side lost to last year's Wooden Spooners.
We didn't do the wooden spoon last year.
No, we
Equal
did
Wooden
not.
Spoon. No, but Melbourne did. And you
Melbourne
lost to
did,
them.
but no, Carlton was actually not on the.
And who lost to
on the
them? So
way.
what does that mean for this year?
Oh Jesus, I don't know.
1 point. Come on.
Yeah, for all.
But it was Melbourne. If you lost by a point to GWS or Geelong, it
And
would
you
be our
must have
gut.
to know that Storm won. Melbourne Storm won.
And you must have to know that the Raiders also bet you guys last week.
I don't care.
Well, hey, that's up to you.
We
Stu.
won. We won last week and we won this week.
That
So
is completely up to you too, because I don't go for Storm. So
No
I
one
don't
goes
go
for
for
Storm.
the AFL. So. But when's this next stage supposed to be coming in? Stage 3.
Start of next June, so July 1st.
Ooh, that's not too far away.
2 weeks. Well, yeah, about 2.5 weeks.
Well, we just need these fucking borders to be open.
Well, that's killing a lot of people, especially in Queensland. Like, I think Queensland are the ones who've been hit hardest because really they have no infrastructure. They have nothing apart from tourism.
Yeah. But we just seriously
they said-
need those borders open.
They said the other day on their holiday season they're down like $16 million for the last long weekends and holidays and that.
And most health experts have all said there's no logical reason for the borders not to be open at this stage.
No, that's it. Even Morrison has said they need to be open now.
I think if we can learn one thing from all this is, I don't think the lesson's fully been learnt. I think it'll be learnt once this ends, and that's we've got to listen to the experts, or well, not experts, but we've got to listen to people with reasonable opinion, and we've got to ignore the media because I think they've controlled a lot of what's going on.
They control too much.
The media, especially at the start, they really just keep going on and on about it, but basically it was just what the medical people said, wash your hands.
Well, the thing is, too, right, they did control a lot of the shit, and they also chucked in so much freaking fear in people.
The other
Every single thing, sorry, mate, but every single case that came up, they made it so fucking terrifying.
And they're still doing it now because they're not. I mean, if you look, as a medical officer said, effectively the virus is eliminated. He says once a virus gets below 2% in the community, which ours is sitting right now at 0.02,
Yeah.
it's gone. And I feel like where the media is harping on is they're putting out saying 8 new cases when 6 of them are from interstate travellers or overseas travellers, which. And the other thing that I'd like to put towards these experts, and especially the World Health Organization, is pretty much they're coming out saying, well, nobody knows about this virus. No, it's all new and this, that, and the third, which is pretty much a lie because they've had viruses like it in the past.
Yeah.
But what I want to ask is, they get all this funding and their whole entire jobs and whole entire lives are devoted to these type of diseases.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good enough for them to come out and say, well, we don't know, we're learning as we go. To a certain extent, I get it, but when your whole job is to research diseases and how they work, when you've got a disease that you've seen very similar in the past, why haven't you got any idea how it works and why are you changing your story? Because they put us into lockdown essentially because of the asymptomatic people who had it, who don't know they have it. Well, now they're saying those people can't transmit the virus. Or if they do, it has to be very, very close contact.
More like a carrier.
Yeah. And they said it's almost impossible for them to transmit it.
Yeah.
And they said the only people who transmit are people who are sick, which, if that was the case, we wouldn't have gone into these lockdowns because it's a lot easier to distance yourself from a sick person
Yeah.
than this is someone you don't know.
But then again, people are stupid too. I'm sorry to say, guys, but people are bloody stupid. They tend not to. They think they're so bloody arrogant, and they think, "Oh no, what happened to me? Why should I do this or why should I do that?" People are bloody stupid in that sense, and well, it's happening so many times when people are getting these fines of being not. The perfect example was for the beach.
Yeah.
That was the perfect example. That when the shit first started, everyone actually went down to the beach like it was a fucking holiday. And what happened then?
20 cases
In counting.
at Bondi.
It was the same thing with the fucking cruise ships. Same thing with that.
Yeah.
If we can stop cruise ships altogether, that'll be the best thing that comes out of this. Floating petri dishes.
No. We like cruises.
Yeah.
I'll go back on one.
I wasn't a fan of them before this, though.
Yeah. I'll go back on P&O.
Yeah, P&O, not fucking, what's the other one? That was the main one?
Princess.
Princess and Carnival. Fuck them, I suppose.
No.
And fuck China.
Fuck China. But, nah. They messed up and they paid for it.
Especially in
dearly.
New South Wales.
They really paid for it dearly. So
I think our government's done pretty well, considering. I feel like our media's been the one that's hurt us the most.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Because
Especially when it was the big first outbreak of it all, and then they said, "Oh, you've got to be careful in Australia. We've got to be careful." Really, at our worst time, I think we had about 6,500 compared to 100,000 over there, and I think we've only lost about 102
people.
Two people now, out of 25 million people. So really, at least we've done as they're told and done it pretty quick. They got onto it quick.
I feel like it's also along where people need to be held accountable with some of these experts who are throwing out these drastic numbers like 150,000 deaths, and well, that's just not really realistic for a country like Australia in which viruses don't spread too easy over here.
No, because we're more spread out than over places.
As hard hit as America's been, they're not even 150,000 deaths, or they're just over it for their population. So that was never going to happen over here. But the
No.
problem is, people just were worked up into a fear, and it just, and I think a lot of people are still in that fear.
Yeah, they are. They're too scared to go out.
And plus, too, like New York, they got hit hard because they're all packed in like sardines.
Well, we've got all Australia in New York City. You know, the surrounds. So,
Because, well, I don't know if it is actually true or not. I'm not too sure. But I remember hearing about the trucks, the garbage trucks. Oh, someone's doing, sounds like a sandsaw or something.
Yeah,
that's all right.
a
Someone's
sandsaw.
Is it a sandsaw? It wasn't
No,
a
it's
sandsaw.
Santa.
Yeah, Santa. There you go. I don't know.
Not to be confused with Santa.
Santa.
No, he's only coming in 6 months.
Santa Claus is coming to
6
town.
months already. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Matthew Claus
Ah.
is coming to town.
I've got some news for you. I'm already knows, but guess I've actually got some new people coming in
Uh-oh.
from South Africa. South Africa. Of all places, South
You got
Africa.
Mandela to come on the podcast?
I'll tell you what, it'd be interesting if I could. He's dead. He's dead.
You had to
He's
think
dead.
about that then.
He's kind of
He's
passed
dead.
away.
But it would have been interesting to have him talk. But then, I don't know. I don't know. This is a different one.
Yeah, this is one that we don't know really what we're talking about.
Yeah, this podcast hasn't got a lot of structure, it must be said. We're
This episode is just one of those ones that goes, ugh.
I think we're just too excited because we're actually allowed to travel now and visit people and
Yes.
stay in motels.
Matt's got a new computer.
A what?
Computer.
A computer.
Yeah.
Computer.
Computer.
A computer.
Computer.
Computer. But yeah, so this is a real slap together type one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much more we can drag this out there and this is out here. Maybe we probably should have written something down or
Yeah.
Well, we've been going on for 15 minutes.
yeah, can we get another 15 minutes out of this?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But we'll just call this one, we're talking just a heap of shit.
This is, yeah, I'm just having the act about shit. But I can't
Yeah.
put that in the title, but
But we
I'll put something.
just do it because we can.
But no, this is more of an episode, guys. Just saying that we're starting to go back to normal. And we're actually at Andrew's place, and I'm taking all my stuff over to Andrew's place. And we're actually able to talk to him actually in person instead of being on the Facebook or anything like that.
On the phone.
Yes. So, like I said to you before, we just got to get these borders open and get them.
Get people
Rolling
back to
again.
work.
Yes, definitely. Get everyone back to fucking work, man. But,
Yes.
Yeah.
That will help everybody.
oh, wind's picking up.
I'm not sure this is working quite as well as we anticipated.
Well, this is going to be a short episode, guys. I don't know what else we can really talk
And
about.
I smell pancakes are cooking, so
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
might have to have an update on the pancakes.
well, they're ready. That's what the phone call was about before. Everyone listening, so
Also, too, guys, like I promised you, the last episode I done, I found out what they used to give it to people for. It was for smallpox, colic, and for sleeping, and for some mental illnesses.
What was that?
That was because back in the old days, they used to give, well, especially in Prohibition times, they used to give alcohol in pharmacies. They used to give it to people when they're sick.
Yeah.
I found out because I didn't actually have the information there and then.
old school antibiotics.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to give it to people with colic and smallpox and other things like that. Yes, the microphone does work.
I've always wanted to do that.
Testing 1 2. Testing test. But yes, that's
And that's what they did use back in the day.
yeah. Well, that was prohibition. So late 20s, early 30s. I think we went up to 25 to about 33 or something. 35.
Well, we didn't have our antibiotics and all that kind of stuff then, did we? They had alcohol, probably
Cocaine,
cocaine,
actual cocaine.
and they had castor oil for earaches and stuff. They had all that kind
Well,
of
they
stuff.
had in the 60s and 70s. They had LSD.
Yeah.
They tested that out.
Oh, they use limited slip diffs for
Oh, excuse me.
Matt's looking at me going, "What the hell is a limited slip diff?" But
No, I'm thinking about how much garlic was in it. So lucky I had. But
good thing this thing doesn't have a smell-o-vision.
oh no, you'd be like, oh, I can do this. Too much garlic.
If Matt did have the Rona, it's being killed with the chili he had last night.
Oh, a fucking Reaper.
Oh, boy, good
The
lord.
Carolina Reaper sausage. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
You know that Mum still doesn't freaking believe me either.
What's that?
But
About when we sniffed it, I went up and down my throat and up my nose and
yeah.
that. It burned the fuck out of my nose. Like I'm still a
no
bit
need
sore
to
up
pick
there.
it. There's no need to pick it.
That's freaking sore.
Well, that's your fault for sniffing.
And you put the bloody pan under my nose.
You did give it a good old waft, and we
And
both
I
went,
went like that, right? I went like this, and
I was on my hands and knees in the lounge room. Matt was on his hands and knees in the kitchen.
it was bad. It was bad.
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 Well, it wasn't good, put it that way.
No, it was not good.
It's bad to the bone.
But I tell you what, it was nice. It was bloody beautiful. It was a beautiful stag.
All half an inch that Matt actually had before he chickened out.
I don't fucking bloody care.
It's good for you. It's good if you got the sniffles. It's good if you got
Speaking of sniffles, I'll give you
I'd
bloody
reckon just
sniffles.
about clean everything out, I'd reckon. Even the other side effect.
Yeah, but if you can have a shower in the shorts.
Your shorts.
If you don't know what that means, guys, it means you must have to shit yourself and have to have a shower in the shorts.
Very case bad diarrhea.
But yeah. So
Yeah, lovely day.
have a sniffle. No sneeze. No sneeze. No sneeze. No sneeze.
I don't think this podcast is going to plan. Not that we even had a plan to begin with. I think this is going.
I just wanted to do one, just for the sake of doing one, and just slap one up. It doesn't always have to be out with a topic. I'm going to sneeze, but I don't know if I'm going to sneeze.
Can you imagine people sitting at home right now just listening, just going, "Why are we?"
Well, there we
I
go.
don't know.
What the hell?
Well, thanks anyway, guys, for bloody listening in. But yeah, this is just how it is.
I don't think this one's going to make the cut.
Hey, nah, it's all right. I'm gonna sneeze. It's right there.
We don't need to know. Don't
right
share the love.
What did you say? Listen to a bloke talking about sneezing for a good 5 minutes,
That's-
then snorts all over me rug. Snorts.
I think a big boogie just come in.
Oh,
Oh, guess what? I told Mum. I went down to the plaza.
Werribee Zoo.
I got recognised. Thank you very much, Chris, for that. That was the bloke's name, Chris. He came up and he said, "Oh, do I know you?" I said, "No, probably. Don't know where from, but anyway." He said, "Oh, you're on Apple Podcasts, aren't you? I recognise that shirt you're wearing." I thought, really? You know, all the things you could have recognised, you recognised my shirt.
What the big old balloon-sized head,
Yeah.
bowling ball on a concrete slab.
But then he said, "Oh, you're Big Matt. You're Matt the Big Bear Edwards, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." The host of Havaniac Podcast. I love your bloody show. It's good. So I got me first fan thing. You're not really talking much, are you?
no, I'm not. What's there to say?
You look like you're half asleep.
Yeah. Had a big weekend, really.
Hey guys, this is Matt the Big Bear Edwards here, and I'm talking about sneezing. On my podcast, we talk about all kinds of things, from sneezing, snorting, chili.
Don't know about the snorting bit.
Oh, no. Oh, no, maybe the snorting of the Carolina Reaper bloody smoke that we had
Yeah.
bloody whiff off from the bloody pan.
Yeah, but no other snorting.
No.
No snorting allowed.
No. Oh, well, 22 minutes, guys. I reckon that might cut it.
Well, we ain't going much further than this.
No,
I don't think.
no, I don't think so. But I might just turn this down, otherwise I'll blow the freaking speakers out. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Thank you very much for you two for coming.
No worries.
Even though, for really, technically, we came to you.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for me arriving in my own shed. That's, nice of me to do. I did crawl out of bed this morning, and that was something that took a bit of effort.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Hey, it's Saturday morning wrestling. I was watching that. The old Razor Ramon, Hulk Hogan and them. Which, by the way, can you imagine the size of the needles after injecting their backside to get that big?
Oh, I'd reckon.
Anyway, North Melbourne kicked another goal. Carlton lost yesterday. That's all I got to say.
Mm.
And Storm won, so I don't care.
Oh, you already taken off the headphone?
Oh, we finished.
That reminds me, I got you another present about Storm.
A present.
Yep. Well, that's it for me, I guess. So
Yeah, that's it for us, guys. I'll catch you later on. See you there for the next one.
Oh, I thought we were finished.
No, we're not finished yet.
So did I. That's what I was talking
I'm about to freaking push the outro button.
Well, I'm going to go get the pancakes while I wait.
Well, there you go,
Anyways,
guys. Catch you later, guys.
Pancakes.
There you go, guys. That's how it was in that episode. As you can tell, we just talk shit, mate. We literally just talk shit. And I reckon it was probably one of the fun episodes I've ever done, because it was just us sitting around or standing around and just talking shit. But not to mention too, it was just fun because we could do something like that. We actually could go and do it. So why not do it? But yeah, so some of the things that we can do is that we can actually go to other people's houses now. We can actually do this type of stuff now. So why not do it, mate? Anyway, that's actually me for that was actually me for this episode, guys. That was actually recorded a few days ago. So I haven't put one up there lately. Been kind of busy, but there's going to be more episodes coming up very, very soon. So anyway, thank you very much for listening, guys, and I'll talk to you for the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, this is just one of those episodes where we just slapped it together and just seeing what happened. But anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you for the next one. So yeah. So that's it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to give me a review and rate it. It's very much appreciated. If you want to get in contact with me, make sure you head over to my Facebook page at Mad Eagles Media, which you can send me a message at. If you also want to donate, go over to my PayPal account, which is in the show notes. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you for the next one. See you later.